Thanks to those joining me live and to those that will be joining me on archive. DStyleBoxing here. If you're listening on archive, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and thumbs up the damn video. So we got the Crawford versus Horn fight, unless something happened that I don't know about, okay, recently, right? But we got the Crawford-Horn fight. We got it on deck. Saturday night on the 9th. Look at that. June 9th at 9. Anyway, mountain time anyway. Check it out. Check this out. Check it out. Look. All right. There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever, none, that Terence Crawford is going to beat. All right? He's going to destroy. He's going to obliterate. He's going to annihilate Jeff Horn. He's going to destroy him, folks. It's going to be utter destruction. That's what's going to happen. There's no doubt in my mind. None. Right? And if that doesn't happen, if Crawford wins, okay, that's not a victory for this prediction. Okay? If Crawford just ekes out a decision, that's not a win, okay, for this prediction. Okay? If Crawford, outboxes Horn, but it was like a 8-4 decision. That's not a W in my column. He will destroy Jeff Horn. If Jeff Horn could take the beating, he might go 12 rounds, right? But it's going to be an utter beatdown. It's going to be a beatdown. That's what's going to happen in this fight. Listen to this style, okay? Listen to me. I don't know the odds. I don't know any of that. I just know that he's going to beat that ass. That's all I know, right? No, but Horn, he's so big, this style. He's so big. He's so big and strong. So what is so big and strong? Oh, he's so big. He's a big guy. I don't give a fuck if he's big and strong and he drank his milk his whole life. I don't give a shit about that. Oh, but he missed. He's so big that he missed the scale by a pound the first time he stepped on the scale. It took him 2 times. First of all, I'm sick and tired of fighters getting 2 shots to lose weight, okay? Sometimes they give him 3 shots. Like, how many shots do you need? Right? How many? Like, you're already weighing in the day before. Like, you're literally weighing in the day before. Way in advance when you're going to step in the scale. All right? You already know this. Now, this is a whole different topic. And technically speaking, he made the weight. Because the rules say you have a second shot. You could come back, run it off, I guess, go to the sauna, they've already had months to lose the weight, right? You're going to give them a few extra, an extra hour? How much time did they give this guy? I am completely against giving fighters another shot to make the weight, right? No, but these guys, you don't understand. I don't understand. They had months to make the weight. You tell me, come on, they already did it for a couple months. Well, what's a few more minutes? Are you kidding me? Well, what do they do? They're already fucking drained, soaking drained, right? Well, what are they going to take out some blood to make the weight? Like, well, what's going on over here? Right now, that's a whole different topic. Technically speaking, he made weight. Technically speaking, he made the weight, right? Right. No wonder nobody wants same-day weight. And they can't even make the fucking weight 24 hours before the damn fight. You know, when they look like fucking Skeletor in the fucking weigh-in, right? Let's move past that. The whole weigh-in thing's a whole nother topic, right? But I don't care that he's coming in big and strong. I don't give a shit, all right? All you guys going to be saying, okay, everybody that's talking about Horn's going to come. Horn's big and strong. He's an Aussie. He's from down under. He's going to come down under and hit him with that uppercut. Oh, he's going to come with that right hand. Did you see the right hand? That blistering right hand against Pacquiao? Oh, Jeff Horn. Oh, Horn. Horn won a medal at the Olympics. Oh, Horn fights in stadiums. Okay, Horn, like, let's get the fuck out of here, right? I don't care if he fought in a stadium, and I don't give a shit that he fought in the washed-up Manny Pacquiao. At the end of the day, he's going to be fighting the best pound-for-pound fighter in the damn planet. That's who he's fighting tomorrow. And all that extra weight, it's going to be a liability. Come the 4th, 5th, 6th round, once those middle rounds hit, it's going to be a liability. He's going to be carrying all that weight around, right? While he's getting peppered with jabs and shit, right? Peppered with straights. I'm just going to watch to see how is Crawford going to do it. Is he going to fight orthodox? Is he going to go southpaw? Well, what's he going to do? Maybe he'll do it southpaw to teach Manny Pacquiao how it's done in southpaw, okay? Maybe he'll do that. Maybe he'll go orthodox. Maybe he'll do the two ways. Maybe he'll beat him one round orthodox, the next round southpaw, the next round orthodox, right? There's going to be like about 7 fighters, all right, on that ring Saturday night. One of them is called Horn, right? The other 6 are the 6 different versions of Crawford that's going to be in front of Jeff Horn that fight, right? He's not ready for this. He's not. He was never ready, right? They did him no favors by giving him that decision against Manny Pacquiao. None. This is it. It's a wrap for his ass, right? It's a wrap for his ass. That's it. It's a wrap for his ass. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Horn. Jeff Horn, you know, like everybody says the same things about Horn, okay? Like, well, what happens when I ask somebody about Horn? Hey, what you think about Jeff Horn? Oh, Jeff Horn, oh, he's tough. Really, is that all he's got? He's tough? That's it? Well, what else he got? Crawford's tough too? What does that mean? Well, what else does he have? Oh, he has a right hand. Oh, yeah, what a telegraph right hand, right? Just because he was hitting Manny Pacquiao with straight rights doesn't mean he's going to be hitting Crawford with straight rights, okay? Manny Pacquiao, okay, and straight rights, it's like white on rice, okay? It just goes together, right? It's not that hard to miss, okay? So we got to judge it at a curb here. That's what we need to do, right? Who else is Jeff Horn beat, right? What's the washed up dude? That's who he's beat. Now, granted, it's who they put in front of him. All right? I'm not, this is not a, you know, me putting Jeff Horn on trial and oh, Jeff Horn sucks. Like, he doesn't suck, right? Jeff Horn doesn't suck. Jeff Horn's a world-class fighter, right? He's good. You know, he's a good, solid, tough fighter. That's what Jeff Horn is, right? And he's got skills. I'm not gonna say he doesn't, right? A little too telegraphed for my liking, right? Not very fast, you know, about average speed, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, his footwork is all right. It's okay. It's not terrible or anything. He's a well-schooled boxer, you know, he is. You know, he's a good athlete. But at the end of the day, he's not at the level of a Crawford. He's not. Right? He just isn't. It's not even close. It's not even close. Ding, ding. Round one. Crawford wins. The end. That's it. Right? Like that. Now, I'm not saying it's going to end the first round, by the way. What I'm saying is it's going to be very clear, right? This is going to be the Jeff Horn fans. The ding, ding, round one. Get him, Horn. Get him, Horn. Get him. Get him. Get him. Round two. Oh, come on, Horn. You can do it. We believe in you. Let's do this. Round three. Come on, Horn. Stop using your face to block punches. Come on. Round four. I think he's just warming up. Maybe he's going to get a second win. Round five. What the fuck is going on? Round six. Crickets. Round seven. If the fight's still going on. Crickets. Round seven. If the fight's still going on. Crickets. And then once the fight will be over by then, everybody will know it. And then people are going to come on here, right? People are going to come on YouTube. Come on YouTube and be like, he was drained. What? Jeff Horn he was drained. He was drained. Yeah, he was drained. That's why he missed a pound. He missed a pound at the weigh-in. Okay, he was drained. I wouldn't even be shocked. I know it's getting a little too conspiracy here, but too much of a conspiracy, I'll admit. However, I wouldn't be shocked if he missed the weight, all right, by that pound, just so they could say, you know why we lost? We lost because we were having trouble making weight. Look, we didn't even make the weight the first time, all right? Okay, killed myself to make weight. I had no power in the fight. I felt lethargic. Right, I got to move up. I got to move up in weight. Okay, who knows if they'll move up anyway? But it was the weight. I felt sick. I had a stomach virus. I had never fought in America, and I got a stomach virus while I was here. That's why I got to fight in stadiums over there in Australia. Okay, so I don't get a stomach virus, so I don't have trouble making weight. That's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. Just mark my words, okay? Let me do this. Let me get my phone, right? Let me ask Google, all right, who's going to win. Okay, Google. I said, okay, Google. All right, my phone ain't working. It's like Jeff Horn in the fucking 6th round. I don't know what the hell's going on. It finally came out. Look at this. Hey, Google, who's going to win the fight? Crawford or Horn? Hey, Google, who's going to win the fight? Crawford or Horn? Huh. Look at this. Predictions. Crawford to win. Odds. Crawford the favorite. See, Google agrees. That's it. Right? By the way, let's do this again. Hold on. Let me get the media up. Okay, Google. How much does Jeff Horn suck? Huh. Fans react to Manny Pacquiao's shocking defeat of Jeff Horn. Well, there you go. Anyway. All right. I don't know why Google isn't talking back to me, you know? Like these are the results I found. Like she's not saying this to me. I know what's going on with my phone. Something's not right with my phone, right? That's what's going on. I feel like I have an iPhone right now, but I don't, right? Check this shit out. Let me bring up the chat. I have not brought up the chat, so bear with me. I don't, right? For those watching live now, go ahead and thumbs up the video, right? I was kind of hoping the NBT boxing was around, right? I was just, let's see if I don't know if he's around or not, but okay, Champ Ross, D-Style, what's good? What's going on, bro? Prodigy, LeBron 6-3. LeBron has lost 6 finals. Jordan has won 6 finals. Wow. Okay, Champ Ross, the Hornet. The Hornet. Wasn't there like a show called The Hornet where like Bruce Lee was a sidekick and then Bruce Lee became the star? Wasn't that like a thing? Isn't that how Bruce Lee got to start? It was a show called The Hornet, and Bruce Lee was, and then the Hornet guy went nowhere, and Bruce Lee became this huge star. This is what's happening here, actually. Okay, it's right now. Oh, the Hornet, Jeff Horn, then Crawford's going to beat his ass and become a star, right? That's what's going to happen here, folks. Haplotype, what's going on, bro? Crawford wins by stoppage, 8-11 rounds. Horn school pack. He's durable. That's the other one, durable, right? He's tough and durable, right? Like, that's the other word. He's real durable. Oh, he's a real durable dude. All right. Haplotype, if Horn wins, respect, but he won't. I agree with that. I'm expecting all types of crow. All right, all types. If Horn could pull his shit off, I'll be the most shocked individual imaginable, right? Imaginable. I'll be the most shocked individual alive. It's not even funny. Look, shocked is a very overused term. See, most of the time people say, I'll be shocked. What they really mean is they'll be surprised, right? No. I would be shocked, right? I would be like, what? No way, right? I would be in utter shock. It might take me 3 days to come on YouTube. That's how much in shock I would be. I won't believe it, right? You ever see that meme? Okay, of that like shocked little kid? Like, that would be me. Haplotype, Google sucks. Sears says Crawford in 8-11 rounds by stoppage. Well, there you go. The Green Hornet. That's right. The Green Hornet. Right? And Bruce Lee then took over. Right? Bruce Lee became a star. Well, that's what's going to happen. Right? Hornet's going down. Crawford becomes a star. Right? Now, granted, I don't live in a delusional world. I know that if Crawford beats Horn, he's not going to become this mega attraction. Right? Okay, that I do know. But big respects, huge respects to Jeff Horn. Right? Huge respect, Jeff Horn. Okay, first of all, I'll admit, all right, he pulled off a win over Pacquiao when I thought he couldn't. Now, that was against an aging Pacquiao, though, right? That's just the truth. I also, in my opinion, I think Pacquiao won the fight for at least a round, but I do believe it could have gone either way, right? But right now, this is a whole nother level of upset if he could pull this off. That's the reality, okay? That's the truth. So we're going to see how it goes. That there is no doubt, okay, no doubt in my mind who's going to win this fight. And his name is Crawford, okay? Terrence Crawford will win. He will, right? But big ups to Jeff Horn. He made the fight happen, right? You didn't see Jeff Horn go, say that, he's fought in Australia his whole life. And, if we're going to do it, we got to do it here in the stadium and all this other bullshit, okay? He knew where the mecca of like Jeff Horn knows, right, where the mecca of boxing is, right? He knows where it is. In fact, everybody knows. Let's not act like we don't know and like everybody's just acting stunt. Everybody knows that the mecca of boxing is in the United States. Everybody knows this, right? That's not up for debate. Honestly, it isn't. Jeff Horn knew what he had to do. Jeff Horn knew. Man, like this is Jeff Horn right now, right? After the Saturday, when Crawford beats his ass, Jeff Horn is going to go to his locker room, right? And of course, he's going to be, he's going to be disappointed. Why wouldn't he be, right? But he knows what's coming, right? He's hoping he's going to try to win. He's going to try his best. Okay, he's going to do everything he can to get the victory. He's going to be durable. He's going to be tough. He's going to be all those things, okay? But in the end, right, he's going to get defeated. When? Who knows? If he goes the distance, that's a in his eyes, that's a victory, right? When Jeff Horn is in the locker room, of course, he'll be disappointed, et cetera, et cetera. They're going to take off his, his gloves. Okay, they're going to unwrap his hands. he's going to be like, "Dan, I wish I could have pulled that off. Oh, in this one round, I almost got him with his right hand, but it didn't connect. If only it connected. Oh, it might have hurt him, and it might have turned the fight around, this, that, and third," right? When that happens, he is going to then sit down, right? And his trainer's going to look at him, and his trainer's going to say, in private, in the locker room, these styles telling you what's going to happen, right? He's going to be like, okay, well, what do they say over there in Australia? Hey, lad, or like, son, don't be disappointed, okay? One of these days, you're going to tell your grandchildren that you were in the ring with Terrence Crawford. You're going to brag to your kids that you were in there with the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And you even landed some punches on him. One of these days, and he's going to be right. All right? He'll be correct. Then after that, it's open season on the welterweight division. Right? Open season for all of them. Okay? You name the welterweight, Crawford beats him. Right? Name the welterweight. Name any 140-pounder that moves up to welterweight. Crawford beats him. Name me anybody that moves up to welterweight or down to welterweight. In any vicinity of welterweight, Crawford beats them. Beats their ass. Oh, but what about, but these stuff, you don't understand. What about Keith Thurman? First of all, we don't even know if Keith Thurman is ever going to put on a pair of boxing gloves and fight anybody anytime soon, okay? Much as Crawford. So don't even bring up Keith. Please. Nobody bring up Keith Thurman. I don't want to even hear this dude's name, right? I don't even know this dude even has the urge to fight, period, against anybody, okay? Much as Crawford. So there's that. And if they were to fight, yes, Crawford would beat his ass. He'll beat his ass so bad, okay, all the Thurmanites on here will come on and be like, oh, he only beat him because Thurman, he had, these lingering injuries and Thurman wasn't the same no more and blah, blah, blah. That's what they're going to say. It's predictable what they're going to say, right? Danny Garcia with those looping punches, there's nobody that really believes Danny Garcia, okay, would be able to beat Terrence Crawford, right? There's no way. None. Adrian Broner? Yeah, okay. Even at the catch weight, okay, like we're not even going to entertain that, right? It's not. What would happen to Adrian Broner would not be a pretty sight, folks. It wouldn't be a pretty sight. Oh, but what about Jesse Vargas? Really? Right? First of all, Jesse Vargas needs to do something about those weird-ass gloves he was wearing at the press conference, okay? I still don't know what that was about, okay? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Well, what are you, the transporter? Like, get the fuck out of here, right? Dude's dressed like a chauffeur, okay? Anyway. Errol Spence, right? Oh, but D-Style. What about Errol Spence, D-Style? What about him? Oh, by the way, I forgot about Cal Brook. Yeah, okay. But anyway. Amir Khan. Yeah, okay. But what about Errol Spence? Right? I don't know if I forgot anybody else before I got to Errol Spence, but whatever. Right? Look, Errol Spence is a good fighter. No doubt about that. He's good. He's great. He's solid. Fundamentals are down. No doubt about it. Really good jab. Really good at applying smart pressure. Knows when to show urgency in a fight. I like what I see when I watch, Errol Spence do work in the ring. However, Crawford is just a whole nother type of animal, right? Now, it wouldn't be an easy fight. I wouldn't even want it to be an easy fight. See, I like to watch competitive fights, okay? Which is why I really want to see that fight, right? But in the end, right, when I see Terrence Crawford fight, when I look into his eyes, okay, the tenacity I sense out of him, he's not going to let anybody beat him. And that includes an Errol Spence. He will make the proper adjustments. Not saying Errol Spence can't make adjustments, right? Crawford can make adjustments in the same round. Errol Spence takes several rounds to make the proper adjustments. There's a difference, folks. Okay? There is levels to this boxing shit, right? There is. Crawford is the cream of the crop. He is DStyleBoxing's #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. And you're going to see that on display tomorrow night. He's going to beat his ass. Maybe Horn proves me wrong. Maybe Horn comes out and, you know, shows me something I've never seen before. You know, maybe Jeff Horn got a hold of Apollo Creed, right? Went through that Rocky Balboa training camp, and he'll be like a whole other animal, you know, come Saturday night. I'll be like, damn, well, where did the hand speed come from? Damn, look at that footwork, right? Everybody remember like Rocky Balboa in the rematch against Clubber Lang, you know, moving around the way he never moved around and shit. You know, maybe Apollo Creed took Jeff Horn to the swimming pool or something, right? Maybe they were doing some special workouts. They went to the beach. Apollo Creed and maybe it was Creed's son. Who knows? You know, maybe they went to the beach with short shorts and started running in the beach, you know, full blast, you know. And at first, like Creed was beating his ass in the 100. And then all of a sudden, Jeff Horn just started beating his ass, right? Although it's kind of weird to say beating his ass when it comes to running. But anyway, right? Maybe Jeff Horn discovered his eye of the tiger, you know, or some shit somewhere in L.A. at some old gym. Who knows, okay? But unless Jeff Horn becomes somebody else, right? Unless Jeff Horn has the greatest transformation I've ever seen in modern-day boxing, he doesn't have a shot in this fight. Unless Jeff Horn has like a whole bag of tricks he's never used before that he didn't take out when he fought Pacquiao, when he was fighting for his life and all that shit, right? Unless something like that happens, it's a wrap, right? And by the way, all those rough tactics, all that rough housing that he was doing on Pacquiao and all the Pacquiao, well, why is he fighting dirty? Oh, his head and all this, that, and the third. Crawford ain't going to cry to the ref, okay? Crawford isn't going to be looking at the ref when Jeff Horn tries to hold him, okay? Okay, Crawford isn't going to complain, okay? Crawford isn't going to be after the fight, oh, he was fighting dirty, like none of that, okay? He's not going to cry, bitch, and moan about it. He's going to do something about it in the damn ring is what he's going to do, okay? He's going to take care of business in the damn ring. So I can't wait for this fight. Can't. Oh, but DStyle, if he's so good, well, and you're talking about Horn like that, why didn't he fight what the yeah, because it's so easy to fight all these other dudes because they're in such a rush to fight, you know, Crawford. Props to Horn because he actually signed that contract. Props to Horn because he knows what's coming and he's gonna try his darnest, but at the end of the day, he knows what's up. What do you think he was asking for all that money? Just because or what? He knows what's up. Horn knows what's up, right? Not like Joshua, who was offered his big-ass payday, right? He knows what's up. He knows what's coming. There's a storm coming. That's what's coming. It's a firestorm of jabs, right hands, left hands, right hook, left hook. There you go. It's however he wants to do it. It's Crawford via whatever he wants, right? He's going to put on a spectacular performance. Okay, he's going to put on a clinic. He's going to be a surgeon in that ring. It's going to be a beatdown, folks. Where's the fight, by the way? I don't even know where the fight's at. I know it's in the U.S., but I don't know. Is it in Nebraska? I don't know. I have no idea, right? They need something out there in Nebraska. They don't got shit but snow, okay? Snow and a bunch of Republicans. That's all you got in Nebraska. Well, what else do they have in Nebraska? Okay, Republican voters and snow, man, okay? Outside of Omaha, that's all they got. Snow plow machines, okay? When Crawford fights, all the snow plows are at work, right? So people could actually drive to the damn arena. Okay, actually, this time of year, there probably isn't no snow, by the way. We're in freaking, I don't know what I'm talking about. We're in freaking June. Okay, but anyway. All right, let's see here. Haplotype. Leonard and Hearn beat Crawford at welter. Well, I'm talking current day. I'm talking about the fighters today. You know what I mean? Okay. Spence won't fight him. What? Haplotype. Algieri is the only guy who can beat Crawford, but only if they let him out of the cage. They got to let him out of the cage, bro. Right? Everybody remember when, Algieri arguably beat Khan? Like I remember watching that shit. Like that, Khan could never get anything right. Right? Miguel Araya, anyone know what network and when the fight is airing? Haplotype says Gary guessing ESPN. Haplotype. Horn claims Scale was sabotaged for him not to make weight. Is that what Horn said? That it was sabotaged so he doesn't make weight? Oh, yeah, because they really don't want you to fight, Horn. No, they don't want you in the ring. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're shaking in their boots. The fuck out of here. Okay. Let him come in 5 pounds over. It's not going to matter, folks. It's not going to matter. It doesn't matter how heavy he comes in. Right? Come as heavy as he wants. We just need that officially. We just need him to make weight so he can give up that belt. That's all. Right? That's all we need him for. Okay. He can rehydrate all he wants. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter at all. It isn't going to make a difference. Come rounds 4, 5, 6, all that excess weight is going to be a fucking liability. Mark DStyle's fucking words. Okay, mark my words. Mark them. All right? Because he's going to show a lot of heart, grit, durability, toughness, all that. And it's all going to be used against him. All of it. Right? The whole everything. Let's see. ESPN. By the way, a bunch of people laughing at the fact that the fight's on ESPN. Oh, the fight's on ESPN. Crawford is fighting on ESPN. I think I saw a video about that, by the way. Right? ESPN. I don't know if this fight's on ESPN, but I've been seeing videos about Crawford fighting on ESPN like it's a bad thing. Okay? He's fighting on ESPN. Yeah, but when Lomachenko fought on ESPN, they didn't say shit, right? Pacquiao fought on ESPN in the last fight. Didn't say anything, right? When Crawford fights on ESPN, it's a bad thing. Are you shitting me? NBA playoffs, it's millions of views, okay, is on ESPN. Monday Night Football is on ESPN, okay? Everybody talking about stadiums and shit, college games that have 80, 90,000 people in them, okay, are shown on ESPN. Not to mention the NFL games and all that shit, okay? He's fighting on ESPN. The fuck out of here. What do you really believe that if I've been on, okay, HBO makes it more prestigious? Okay? I don't care. I got all the networks. I don't give a shit. Okay? I'm going to watch the fight regardless. I don't give a fuck who's airing it. Right? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the fight's on Showtime or on HBO or on ESPN. Who cares? But being in the worldwide leader of sports, okay, being on that network isn't a bad thing, right? Is it on ESPN, by the way? Like, for real? Haplotype said ESPN is Disney's #1 asset. That includes Star Wars, Mickey, and Marvel. Well, Star Wars only makes profit for a little bit. Movie comes out, there's a big boom of profit, and then it dies down. ESPN makes money year-round. ESPN just signed a deal with UFC, didn't they? There you go. There you go. Yo, Haplotype, you want to come live on the air? I don't know if Haplotype's busy or he could even make noise where he's at, but if he wants to come on, we could have him on right now. I'd like to hear his thoughts about the fight. Let me see here. Hold your horses. Oh, this girl will kill him next time. All right. I thought the yes was a yes to the invite. Must have been something else I said. Anyway, I'm not sure what else to add. Right? For anybody that just came in, go back to listen on archive. Okay. My official prediction. I think Crawford will win by around, I'd say, 9th round stoppage. Right? It might be stopped on cuts, right? I cannot in any way, shape, or form see how Horn can possibly avoid getting hit. Okay, I can't picture it. Now let me offer this. It's going to be a little more difficult for me to do, but the hell with it, right? If Horn were to win, right? How is he going to win? How can he pull this off? Right? Because him winning is extremely improbable, right? In my opinion, it is. But it's not impossible. At the end of the day, it is two human beings in there, right? Throwing fisticuffs, right? So things can happen. So scenario number 1 would be all the stars align scenario, right? So if Crawford, breaks his ankle in the first round or, tears a bicep and it's excruciating, the pain is just too agonizing. He's got to deal with that, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I honestly believe Crawford could beat him with one hand, okay? It would be a much tougher fight, but it's possible, okay? But nonetheless, everything would have to line perfectly for him, right? The judges are going to have to be on his favor. He's going to have to land some big shots on Crawford and all that. That's scenario number 1, okay? All the stars align. But you could say that about any fight, right? So that's why I hate the stars align argument, because you could use that argument for any fight, right? So let me give you the second scenario, right? How can Jeff Horn win this fight. Now, this is where MBT like is sitting down and listening, intensely whenever he gets to listen to this. Okay. But again, I think it's. I've already given you guys my prediction. I already told you what I think is going to happen. Okay. But if Jeff Horn were to win this fight, I believe what Jeff Horn needs to do. Okay. Number one, he's going to have to be very durable. He's going to take a lot of punishment, right? It's going to happen. And he's probably going to lose every round, at least in the first half of the fight, right? But if he could keep pressing forward, force Crawford to throw his hands so often that it tires him out after 7-8 rounds, and then maybe he could pull off some type of miracle knockout victory in the second half of the fight, right? Like late in the fight. Like some last minute, Carl Froch on Jermaine Taylor type, like crazy shit, okay? That's all I can think of, right? There's no scenario where I picture like Jeff Horn outboxing Crawford, okay? There's none. There's no scenario where I could picture any of that. I just don't. I'm just being very honest. It's gonna have to be baptism by fire and blood, and he's gonna have to take a beating so bad, okay, that he may never recover from again. But he might get Crawford to a point where he's exhausted, and maybe he's gonna have to land some big shots to hurt him and stop Crawford late. That's the only way I can see him winning this fight. Again, there's the Stars Alliance scenario, right? There's the what if he lands the lucky shot scenario? Those scenarios exist in every fight. Okay, those are once in the blue moon. They do happen in boxing, but it's extremely rare, right? But aside from that, which you could apply to almost every fight except the Paulie Malignaggi fight, okay? But Malignaggi isn't going to land a lucky punch and knock out anybody, right? But aside from that, he's going to have to put on so much pressure and take such a beating. Can knock down once or twice, but just get up and keep pushing and grinding and grinding. Take 4 or 5 punches and land something to the body. Take 4 or 5 punches, land something to the body. It's a long shot because Crawford is not he's very efficient. He's not a headhunter, okay? And if Horn does that strategy, he might go down early, okay? He might not even make it out of the 3rd, 4th round, okay? He's going to get chainsawed up. But it's his only shot, right? It's his only shot. If by some miracle he can get past that 8th, 9th round of taking a beating and he turns the tide, that's it. That's the only way he can win this fight, folks. There is no other way. Is that going to happen? I seriously doubt it. I got to be honest with you guys, right? To all my supporters out in Australia, I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't give you like false hope, right? I'm not one of those people that says, well, Crawford, he could win if he does this, and then you watch the fight, you're like, why do you lie to me? I'm not going to do that to you guys. I'm going to lie to you. Right? You might hate me now, but after the fight, you're going to be like, hey, this guy, he was honest with us, right? I want to be transparent with you, okay? It's just, it's not going to, the miracle's not going to happen, right? But he could win. Well, you could win the lottery as well, right? If you want something extremely lucky to happen, go buy yourself a lottery ticket. Don't try to give your luck to Jeff Horn. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, folks. Not today. Okay, obviously, they're not fighting today, but not tomorrow. Right? Not ever. It's not going to happen. Right? Jeff Horn can improve for the next 8 years, you can get that Jeff Horn, put him back in time, and have him fight tomorrow, and he would still lose to Terence Crawford. Because Terence Crawford is just, simply put, he is just a superior fighter. And that's it. Okay? I mean, there's no other explanation to give. All right? Gotta be honest. Shout out to Ben Umar. Says, Horn's only chance to win includes a rope, a blindfold, and a 40 cal. Well, if he walks in with a 40 cal, he might have a lot of trouble with those boxing gloves on, but I hear you. The fight's on ESPN, says Umar. Well, there you go. All right? There you go. All right? All right, guys. Unless somebody has a question to give me in the chat, I'm going to be wrapping this up pretty soon, right? You've heard my prediction. Crawford by I'd say about a 9th round knockout. If Horn tries a strategy that I'm saying he should do to win, he'll probably end a lot sooner than that. But, hey, if Horn wants to try and win, that's what he's got to do, right? That's it. That's all you could do. And from what I've seen, like, Horn's a young dude. Like, he's real young, right? And he has very few pro fights. Jeff Horn has had very few fights without headgear, okay? And the way I saw him swell up in the Pacquiao fight, I could tell you, and he was cut up a little bit. He has very light skin, okay? And by light, I don't mean he's like white. That's not what I mean, okay? Delicate is the word I should have used. He has real delicate skin, right? And he's going to get cut up. Like, it's going to happen. You know, win, lose, or draw, his face will look like it went through a freaking cheese grater. Okay, it's going to look like that. There's no other way around it. In fact, watch Crawford, right? Because if I know that, Crawford's trainer knows this. And Crawford himself knows this, okay? About that little delicate skin, okay? Watch Crawford, okay? Just watch, even when he throws a jab. Notice this, okay? You're going to watch the fight. The beginning of the fight, you're going to be like, damn, DStyle was right. Watch how Crawford turns those punches in the very, very end, okay? He's going to be twisting, okay, right before the point of impact. He's going to be twisting that glove, okay? He's going to try to catch him, okay, with the edge of the glove, right, to scrape on the side of his fucking face. It's going to happen, right? Jeff Horn's going to go back to the stool after round 1, if not round 2, scrape the face. It's going to happen. There'll be blood somewhere on Jeff Horn's face by the end of round 3. It's going to cut him up, right? I know Chris John used to be really good at that, right? But there's certain fighters, if like Japanese fighters especially, okay, if they have like that very thin, delicate skin, it could cut them up, right? In fact, for those that don't know, right, I know that we're going a little in a history topic, but back in the day, right, a lot of Caucasian fighters, like let's say a Jack Dempsey or some others, right, would like rub leather on their face, okay, because they would rough up their skin. Now, that was a lot more necessary back in those days, right? I don't understand. I mean, maybe in 2018, you don't want to be rubbing your face with leather, but, it roughs up your skin a little bit. Jeff Horn has that. He has like a puffed up little face, like a, like a little baby. He has delicate skin. I mean, the way Pacquiao was hitting this dude, it looked like he was a fighter that's been fighting for years or something, right? Now, he did get hit a lot, right? He got hit a lot, right? But that's part of it too. But damn, you know, getting cut up like that, you know, it's not even, you haven't even had 20 fights. Okay. So it's going to happen. He's going to get cut up. He's going to be bleeding all over the place. It's not going to be a pretty sight. And watch Crawford's body work. The body work will be on point. Okay. And there you go. And there you go. Let's see this. Grape Trank. One weird thing I know it is, back fighters don't get cut as much as other fighters. You're right. No, they don't. No, they don't. You know, there's certain things that we don't see a lot today. But I don't know if they still do this or not. I don't. But back in the day, you know, a lot of Mexican fighters in Mexico would break their nose before they even turned pro, right? They would break their nose. So it didn't happen in the fight, right? Because you don't want to have your first ever broken nose in the middle of a fight. Okay, it's not a pretty sight. So, yeah. Hulk Hogan, what's up, brother? Can't wait, Crawford and the new. I agree. And the new. I think Jeff Horn, you know, he needs to start getting maybe some leather and start rubbing it on his face, bro, because I'm just saying. Okay. With that said, guys, this is DStyle. Hulk Hogan says, and by the way, LeBron 3-6, AJ 6-0. In a conversation, he says, all right, Grape Trank, and old school fighters used to rub tape on their opponent's face to make them bleed during clinches. I could see that, yeah. Things are way too regulated now to get away with that, but yeah. I remember when Vitali was accusing Lennox Lewis of using his braids to cut him. Now, granted, he might have been cut and like his head ran into him or something, but that's not what cut him. Like, you know. But I think if I don't know if it wasn't that fight, but you could almost see the laces on the face. You know, it was kind of crazy, that cut, but I don't know if it was that fight though. I could be wrong. The jazz musician, off topic, but World Cup next week. How far do you think Mexico will go? Well, I got to be honest. It's not looking good, right? They're going to take an L against Germany, right? It's going to happen. They might pull off the draw, maybe, but I doubt it, okay? We'll see, but I don't. We'll see, but I think Mexico will win like third place in the group. I think that's what's going to happen, but we'll see. I got another video for that later on. Grape Trank. Mexico is always in the World Cup, bro. They make every 4 years they make the World Cup, right? It's the U.S. that can't fucking make the World Cup. They lost to Trinidad and Tobago, okay? In fact, they lost to the third string of Trinidad and Tobago, right? It was atrocious. Trinidad and Tobago that was not going to make it. You know, it was their third squad. You know, the C team. It was embarrassing. Okay, well, what an embarrassing sight. That was embarrassing, right? I don't care if soccer is not the most popular sport in the U.S. That was embarrassing, right? It really was. Like, I honestly think, you know, we could have gotten like some soccer team out of, I don't know, like UCLA or something. They would have won that game. Okay, that was embarrassing. Hulk Hogan USA World Cup. Nah, bro, they didn't make the World Cup at all. What are you talking about? But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the World Cup. It's actually perfect. The games are going to be hit right before it's perfect. I'm going to be able to watch them. I love it. Right. In Trump's home country of Russia, it's going to be great. Right. I think it'll be funny. The Russians win the World Cup and Trump invites them to the White House. Yeah. Okay. Word has it that Donald Trump will not have the United States soccer team in the White House either, because they didn't even make the World Cup, folks. They didn't even make the World Cup, right? As far as basketball, I'll just throw this out there. Look, man, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of people trashing on LeBron today, right? That's sports. That's the name of the game, right? In any sport. But I'm not. I don't know. I don't know much about basketball, to be honest with you. Right? I'm one of those people that says AMJ is the best ever just because everybody else says it. I don't know. I don't know. But I will say this. If I loved watching, those Bulls, man, in the '90s. It was great. The most fun I ever had, watching, basketball in my life. Watching those Bulls teams. The Lakers, Kobe and Shaq is a close second, right? But aside from that, that's where I roll, man. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you if LeBron is better than Jordan or vice versa. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. It is a team sport, but then again, star players have such a big impact in the NBA, so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Do you watch darts? No, I don't. What about CM Punk? I don't know. Oh, is CM Punk gonna fight? Man, CM Punk's embarrassing himself, bro. That dude did pro wrestling for way too long and started to believe that he's a real fighter. Okay. For those that don't know, people don't know this story, but well, you probably do. I don't know. What do I know? You guys don't know. But anyway, for those that don't know, Stone Cold Steve Austin, people don't know this, right? But the WWE did not know what to expect, right? Because they were just trying to win the ratings war against WCW, right? They had no idea what to expect with Mike Tyson. I'm sure they talked to him. They kind of went over with him what's going to happen, and they were pretty certain what's going to happen. But there's a little bit like Mike Tyson is, at least is perceived as being very unpredictable, right? So there was no guarantee at all that Mike Tyson was not going to beat Stone Cold's ass in the middle of that ring when they did that face-off, right? That was not the plan. That was not what they wanted, of course. But, and maybe they figured it's not likely, but it lingered in their head. Well, what if Stone Cold gets in his face and gives him the finger and tells him I'm going to beat your ass and all this and gives him the finger, right? Now, I don't know whether or not it was on the script for Mike Tyson to push Stone Cold the way he did. Because if you ever go back, watch that video. Watch when Mike Tyson pushes Stone Cold, okay? I think the soul of Stone Cold left his body for about 0.4 seconds, okay? That was a vicious push, okay? Like his neck cranked forward. It was vicious. It was a powerful push. And there was all these people in the ring, like Mike's entourage and the WWE officials. There was way too many people there for a quote-unquote wrestling segment, okay? So obviously, I don't think that was. I don't know whether or not it was in the script for Tyson to push Stone Cold. I don't know. Okay. None of us know. But anyway, nothing ended up happening, obviously. But Stone Cold has said in his podcast that he was in a frame of mind, right? Like he believed he really was Stone Cold. Like, like he believed he was the baddest dude, right? So Paul Heyman tells a story of, he talked to Stone Cold after that happened, right? He's like, hey, what would you have done if, weren't you scared? Like, well, what if he would have beat your ass like right there on live TV? What if he would have just socked you in the face? And Stone Cold replied saying, man, when I'm in character, I believe I could take on anybody. Like when I walked out, I really was Stone Cold. When I got in his face and I gave him the finger, I thought I was that dude. Like I believed I could stump a mud hole on fucking Mike Tyson. Like he believed that. Like that's crazy, right? But it also tells you why he's probably the best wrestler of all time, best sports entertainer of all time, however you want to say it, right? He had that believability factor, that aura about him, right? But once you snap out of it, right, Mike Tyson would have beaten his ass, right, without a doubt. And of course he knows that. But I wonder if CM Punk, back to my point, had been doing this WWE thing for so long that he really started to believe, what is his name, Phillip Brooks? That he's not Phillip Brooks, that he's CM Punk. Like he started to believe that he's that dude. Like what's the name of the dude that plays Wolverine? Somebody put in the chat, I forgot his name. Hugh Jackman, right? Never mind. Hugh Jackman. It's like a Hugh Jackman really believed he was Wolverine. Dude, you're not Wolverine. You're Hugh Jackman. Okay. Like, you don't really got adamantium bones, bro. Okay, relax. Right? It's like if Sylvester Stallone really believed he was Rocky. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. All right. I think that dude's got that problem, bro. I think so. I don't know who's seen this or not, but I saw a video clip one that was kind of disturbing. Okay. It was a Sylvester Stallone acting like Rocky in Philadelphia because they quote unquote made people, because people there want to believe that Rocky was real. Are you shitting me? Well, what? Are you kidding me? What's wrong with people? What the hell? I think CM Punk believed he was CM Punk. Okay, before that octagon. And then you saw it too. You saw the weigh-in. Damn, this dude looks confident as fuck, bro. Damn. Before when they got in the ring and he was looking at Michael Buffer, yeah, say my name. And I think when he got taken down, all that, he was what the fuck's going on? I'm CM Punk. I can't be getting my ass beat. Bam, bam, choked out, done, bro. It's a wrap for you. That's why he looked like he wanted to cry. He manned up and he didn't start crying. But when he was there, what the fuck just happened? I'm CM Punk. I don't know, man. I think CM Punk did pro wrestling for too long and started to actually believe, right? Phillip Brooks, is that his name? I don't even know that's his name. I don't know. Okay, but I think it's Phil Brooks. But anyway, he started to actually believe he was CM Punk, right? Another dude that has this problem, he's one of my favorites of all time, but Bret Hart. Bret Hart believes that he's a hitman. When he talks about, oh yeah, I'm a Canadian hero, and this, that, and the third, and he believes it. This dude has shrines of himself in his house. All right, the shit's insane. Hitman posters and Hitman this and the living room and in the kitchen and all the bedrooms, and it's crazy. It's just crazy, right? Now, these pro wrestlers, man, you know, they play a character, but they got to slow their roll, man, because once you're not playing that character, it's it, right? You see, Phil Brooks couldn't last, 2 minutes in the octagon. CM Punk went to war with fucking Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. It's two different dudes, man. One's imaginary, the other one's real. There you go. But that's the story of CM Punk. Hulk Hogan, I think Mike was going to wrestle Austin, or maybe I'm wrong. No, then we're going to do a match. Grape Drank, I'm sure Mike Tyson would split open someone's head if he punched them. With bare fists, yeah. Hulk Hogan, are you saying I'm not immortal, the immortal Hulkster brother? No, you're not. Haplotype, Punk is an unfortunate name. He may be punk in the old sense of the term and not punk rock. Yeah, there you go. I think, I don't know, man. I honestly believe he's going to get his ass whooped tomorrow. I think he's fighting, right? He's going to get his ass whooped. I don't even know who the other dude is, by the way. Who's he fighting? I don't even know who's fighting. CM Punk should be fighting, like, up-and-comers and shit, or like, not up-and-comers per se, but, somebody else that just started doing MMA, or something like that. That's who he should be fighting. This dude should not be in the UFC, right? CM Punk being in the UFC is like putting me in NASCAR, okay? Like, it's not going to work, right? I mean, D-Style, he does go over 100 miles per hour in the freeway in his Firebird and in his Camaro, but, I can't be in NASCAR, okay? All right? It's not going to happen, bro. The man was a pit bull. Mike Jackson. The other guy, Mikey Gall beat. I don't know who that guy is. Is the Jackson guy? Crave Drank just rewatched it. Looked at Mike Tyson really wanted to swing. Yeah, bro. I don't know if Mike Tyson is just that good of an actor. Because if he was just acting, like, damn, that's a good job. I'm impressed. No, so he should got an Oscar for that. Right? But I don't know, bro. I think Mike was like, what the fuck is this dude throwing finger at me? What the fuck? Like, what? But yeah, this shit's insane, man. Look at this. Could you imagine what would have happened if Mike Tyson would beat his ass live on TV? They would have won the ratings then and there. Okay, next Monday night, nobody would be watching WCW. Okay, they'll be like, "Man, we gotta watch this shit." You see Mike Tyson beat the shit out of Stone Cold. We gotta watch this Monday Night Raw. Is what we gotta watch. Okay, they're trying to fight for real now. Yeah, they're doing street fighting now. Yeah, I gotta watch Mike Tyson. All right, Mike Tyson's gonna be the champion now. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay, they would have won the ratings, right? No doubt in my mind. Okay, Tyson versus Stone Cold in a real fight would last about 3 seconds. Okay, the first punch Tyson lands, it's a wrap. Okay, that's it. Okay, there's no other way around it. None. All right, bam, done. Okay, that's it. It's over. All right. But to be honest with you, I think Tyson was just having fun. I really do. Right. Tyson grew up watching Bruno Sammartino and stuff like that up in the Northeast, and so he was always a fan of pro wrestling. But in that moment, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know to this day if that push was in the script, because that was a hard push, right? Like hard. Like I think if Tyson put like Stone Cold's like a 200 and in those days he was at least 230, like 230 pounds, right? Probably a little more than that, like 6'3", 6'2". Like Stone Cold's not a small dude, right? The way Stone Cold pushed, like he would have pushed D-Style that way. Like I think like my shoulders would have been separated from my chest. Okay, I mean, this push was vicious, bro. right? It's if you get a still picture of the moment, like right when he pushes him, and look at that still picture of Stone Cold almost in midair, right there in that mid frame. Just watch how contorted he looks. Like it's a hell of a push, right? And then everybody just jumped in, right? And there you go. Who knows whether or not that push was in the script or not. If it was, props on them because it looked good, right? It looked good. So they're both 0-1, and they're going to be fighting in the UFC. Great. Mike Jackson. Okay. Unbelievable. Grape Jank. That shove trumps Mayweather's punch on Big Show any day of the week. Bro, that push was unbelievable. Does Austin know any real wrestling? I doubt it. Bret Hart does know some real wrestling, I think. Bret Hart was an amateur wrestler in Canada, but nothing outside of like what would be equivalent to our high school level. Nothing outside of that, right? So yeah, he could. And then plus he did get some. Stu Hart was a legit, like, I guess he Stu Hart knew a lot of like submission holds and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. Like just because you learn submission holds doesn't mean you know how to fight, but anyway, yeah, I mean, yeah, Bret Hart had a lot of that knowledge. Now, if you want somebody that, that's some legit wrestling, then you're looking at, of course, the Brock Lesnar's, Kurt Angle for sure. Kurt Angle is the best real wrestler to ever be a professional wrestler. Okay, period. No doubt. Kurt Angle's the best. That's a gold medalist right there. Okay, gold medalist in Olympic wrestling. That's no joke. Okay, especially given the fact that he had a fucked up neck. Right? Especially given that. He had a broken freaking neck, people. Maybe it wasn't broken. It was injured, but still. Scott Steiner, yeah, I'm not at the level of a Kurt Angle, but yeah, Scott Steiner, before he got all roided up and he could actually move, yeah, Scott Steiner was legit. So was his brother Rick, right out of Michigan. I believe he's in the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame, or he's going to be, I forgot. But anyway, Scott Steiner's legit, yeah. I remember the standing Franklin Steiner. Nobody was seeing shit like that back in those days, right? Yeah, that's a legit dude, yeah. Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes is in the UFC, bruh. Come on, Appletype. Anyway. Now, if you want to really go old school, I mean, when you're talking about, Luthez and if you really want to go old school, man, these old school, like before Ric Flair, before Hogan, even before Bruno Sammartino. Bruno was kind of legit in his own way, but even before that, especially before that, when you were a heavyweight champion in wrestling, you have to be legit, okay? Because promoters would always have the challenges, right? The challenge would always be whoever can beat the heavyweight champion or last 5 minutes with a heavyweight champion will win $10,000. Right? They'll go all around the country. Because wrestling's always been fake, right? It's always been fake, right? So they can make money. It's always been a money business, right? But, once people started talking, like, I think that shit's fake. I don't think that shit's for real, right? This is way back in the day, right? They would go around and give a challenge out. If people are saying it's fake, let's take the heavyweight champion across the country and let's give a challenge out, right? So more than likely, the toughest dude of the town is going to take the challenge. And then the heavyweight champion will beat his ass, like for real, like blood his ass up, beat the shit out of him, okay? In less than 2 minutes, because they were real shoot fighters, right? And everybody would leave that carnival like, holy shit, bro. Damn. I I thought that shit was fake. But man, he just beat the shit out of John. John is the toughest motherfucker in our town. Holy shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what they would do. So back in the day, you had to be legit. You know what I mean? It's just the way it was. It's if you were the champion, the guy with the strap, you had to be legit. Okay. Also, in those days, people would get like just like you got to get a boxing license, they used to get a wrestling license. Okay. And so you have to be approved by the commission. The commissions will oversee this. Now, I'm pretty sure the commissions knew this whole shit was a charade, and it was all they had to know. Okay. But if a fighter if a wrestler did not want to play ball, okay, like let's say Lou Thesz was a champion, right, and he goes to a territory, and he's gonna wrestle. I'm gonna make up a name, but John Stallion. I don't know, whatever. Okay, I don't know where he got that name from, but let's say he's gonna wrestle John Stallion, right? And John Stallion's like, nah, I want to be heavyweight champion. Sorry, John, you're gonna have to put Lou Thesz over. Okay, but you're going to have a good match. You're going to make sure you look good. Okay, and then, you're going to get the upper hand at first, and then he's going to make the comeback, get the crowd, get some heat on the crowd. Then he's going to make the comeback. The crowd will go crazy. They'll come back for the next event. We'll look in a couple of years about making you a world champion. We'll see. We'll owe you a favor. No, I'm John Stallion. I want to be the heavyweight champion. But John, no, the fight's already booked, okay? And I'm going to beat the shit out of Lou Thesz. I'm going to be the world champion. If that happened, there's nothing the promoter could do to stop it, right? The promoter couldn't go to the commission and be like, okay, it's canceled. First off, you cancel, you're going to lose a lot of money, okay? That's number one. But you couldn't just go, it was already made, right? The match was already made. So if you were the champion, then somebody would have to go to Lou and say, hey, Lou, he's not playing ball, so just beat his ass. All right? Lou Thesz will go in there, turn the guy into a pretzel, fuck him up. 2-3 minutes later, the match is over. The crowd isn't pleased. They saw a little short match, but hey, that's it. It's over. Right? You have to know how to handle yourself in the ring. That's why these really old school wrestlers, they were legit, right? They really were, believe it or not. Okay. So you always had the champion was always the shooter, always. It's just the way it goes, right? Everybody else didn't matter. Okay. Like it's to a certain degree, it didn't matter, right? I know Scott Hall once told a story of, he was always the bad guy and he would get beat, right? This is way before he went to the WWE as Razor Ramon. Well, way before he did that. But he would get beat, right? And this was in the 80s. And they were still, to a certain degree, protecting the business, right? They were still pretending it was real. And, when the media would go out there, like John Stossel, like, come on, it's fake. And the reason they hated that, it wasn't because they didn't acknowledge that it was fake, right? You know what I mean? Like they knew it was, but they I guess they interpreted it as it's going to hurt business, right? Like in the pro wrestling business, we got to pretend it's real or whatever, right? But anyway, the media would always be hounding, and all this shit, but they were still protecting the business. So anyway, Scott Hall. He would put a lot of guys over, right? And the baby faces, as they would call them, there were the promoters try to get someone who they would think like, maybe that guy, the ladies will like him. We'll have him win matches and this dude, whatever, right? So Scott Hall lost to a dude that looked weak. Like, come on, you lost to that guy? So he tells the story of how he was at a bar, and Scott Hall is a 6'8", like 260-pound dude, and in the 80s, he was just a big dude. He was a big jacked up motherfucker, right? And so somebody at the bar started to bust his balls. Oh, come on, man. You lost to that guy? Come on, man. And he tells a story. That's how he tells it. He says, hey, Look, man, I'd fuck you up right now if I wanted to. I'll beat the shit out of you. So what do you think he would do to you? So that's just the way they protected the business, right? That doesn't happen today at all. Okay. Today they admit the whole shit's fake all day, and I don't really care about that. I just wish they didn't break kayfabe during the actual fucking show, but even then they do it, right? See, Hulk Hogan, Ronda beats Tyson according to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan didn't he just admit that he was overhyping Ronda Rousey? I think he just recently admitted that. Haplotype says, I don't know wrestling. Haplotype says, why don't they do real wrestling? Maybe dumb question. I don't know. Prodigy said, LeBron Part 3, 6 Mafia. The LeBron memes are great. Bob Backlund was actually had a good amateur pedigree. So did Jack Swagger. He had a good amateur pedigree too. To answer your question, Haplotype, professional wrestling, right? I'm pretty sure started legit, right? But they started to fix matches because the crowd was finding the matches boring. Okay. And it also gave promoters control over who won, over the results. Okay. So it started they started fixing matches, stuff like that. And then over time, it just became more and more scripted. So it became what it is today. That's the reason they don't wrestle for real. Because if you ever watch a real wrestling match, it's not a very fun thing to watch. Okay. And it's no offense to people that love watching grappling and all this other shit, but watching grappling matches, in my opinion, is fucking like watching paint dry. Okay. That's just my opinion. Right. Especially if it's a stalemate. A wrestling match as a stalemate is one of the most boring things you will ever watch. Okay. It just is. So that's the reason they don't do real matches or whatever. Right. With that said, for real this time, okay, we started talking about Crawford beating Horn's ass, and somehow we ended up talking about pro wrestling. But at the end of the day, it's all good, okay? This is DStyleBoxing, and for real this time, guys, I am heading out. Thanks for all you guys that joined me. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. I'm out.